Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network channel on YouTube. I'm your host, Mr. Prime Real Estate, Ric Davis.
And I'm your host, the Texas Real Estate King, LarryWBrooks.
Every week, the King and I will provide you exclusive access to our network of lenders, investors, and real estate professionals from both the commercial and residential real estate sectors.
Now, are you millionaire minded? Or maybe you're a millionaire in the making? Make sure that you subscribe so you can get connected to the network. And always remember, the Prime Real Estate Network, where millionaires are in the making.
Create wealth for generations.
What's up, Prime Real Estate Network listeners? It's your man, Larry W. Brooks, a.k.a. the Texas Real Estate King. Hey, when you get a moment, go ahead and go over to shoplwb.com. You can see the Pure Hustle merchandise that we had over there, some of our newer items that we have in stock, and of course, I got all the books that I've authored. I'd love for your support. You have a great day.
Good day. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Ric Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I invite you to do so at Prime Real Estate Ric. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in the lovely city of Houston, you can reach me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Ric. As always, man, I want to invite everyone that's watching us live on YouTube to get involved in today's show. Leave myself and the Texas Real Estate King a relevant real estate question. Put it in the comments section, and our super producer, Jay Joseph, may very well choose your question to be answered on today's show. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you this week, and we have a really exciting show planned for you all. So let's take some time, man. Let's share the link. Let's text, email, let everyone know that this week's edition of the Prime Real Estate Network podcast is locked, loaded, and really exciting and ready to inform everyone out there in our viewing audience. I want to take some time to introduce my co-host. He is not only a highly successful real estate broker, a multi-time author, serial entrepreneur, the proud proprietor of the Pure Hustle clothing brand, and also well-documented world traveler. I'd like to introduce to the Prime Real Estate Network audience, as always, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. How you doing?
Hey, what up, Rick, man? I am doing amazing. You know, I can't complain. This is me coming from the truck. I'm in truck corner, what they call Chronicles today, right? Like I location to location to location. So Chronicles in the automobile today.
Hey, look, man. First things first, man. Happy holidays to you, man. It's good to see you, man.
No doubt.
This is our last episode of the year 2023, man, and it just fills me with so much joy that we've been flourishing and pushing this platform for another year, man. And I'm so excited about what 2024 has planned for us all, man. So, how was your holiday, man? How is everything going into New Year's Eve, man? And what is it that you got planned in the world of the Texas Real Estate King?
Hey, man, shout out to episode 250, man. That's what we doing today, episode 250. And we brought on a heavy hitter for this episode, man. We decided we was not going to let the people down. Heavy hitter for episode 250, man, monumental. Shout out to that. But definitely, man, my holidays was cool, man. I really enjoy Christmas. I enjoy Christmas Eve and Christmas, mainly because those are probably two of the main holidays throughout a year that you can go in and get some extra work done that you may have fell behind on. And then for me, falling behind was when my automobile got broken into. There was over 30 years worth of things that I lost access to. So I had to go in, recreate some of those things during this holiday. But I'm excited, man, just to keep it going, man. So it's been good. It's been really good.
You know, it's that type of work ethic, man, and that dedication to the grind that's helped to not only build your real estate brand as the Texas Real Estate King, but is also over the years put those bricks in place to build the foundation of Brooks and Davis Real Estate. You know, we're really excited at the brokerage to be celebrating 15 years as an organization. We have a really exciting event plan for.
Wait. I'm not gonna let that pass though. That was a dominant segue you just did, my man. Listen, Rick.
Hey, look, man, you gotta be a grinder to be in there 15 years heavy, brother.
Hey, man, listen, 15 years in this thing, man, teaching and coaching. We've probably touched over 200 people that we've actually taught how to go out and be successful in real estate. But hey, man, so I'm excited, man. 15 years is not a light thing. It's not light work in nothing that you do, man. And they say mastery is when you do something 10,000 times. When I tell you we've actively participated in probably well over 20,000 transactions between ourselves, our agents, and just people that we've came in contact with that we've taught this industry to, man. I'm excited, man. It's nothing like it, Rick, man. 15 years. I'm honored. We got our day in the city not too long ago. So, but it was during an opportune time. We didn't get a chance to go up to city council. So I'm looking forward to probably going up to city council and having them reintroduce that Brooks and Davis real estate firm day in the city, man. So I'm just excited, bro.
Now that we're reflecting on 15 years, man, these type of anniversaries are something that not to be taken lightly. Could you just reflect a little bit about all the agents and the entrepreneurs that we've had an opportunity to work with, interact with, that have built not only their real estate brands, but have become brokers, flourish, start to build their own tribe, to educate and push this brand forward and pay it forward? How does that make you feel as somebody who's founded an organization is actually able to sit back and reflect on 15 years of hard work and dedication?
That's the ultimate compliment, right? I always tell people when you're building out a brokerage firm, one of the ultimate compliments is for you to touch the life of someone else in the industry, help them build out their team, build out their brand, and then for them to go out and flourish somewhere else, man. So I always love to give a shout out to Kalima. Kalima and her organization is amazing, man. She started up under the tutelage of Brooks and Davis and went out and now is currently building her own brokerage firm and doing an amazing job. I love to talk about the 5-star team that's with inside of the Brooks is one of the most amazing teams out here, killing the game on any level. And they're under there. They're allowing my partner Mike to do some tutelage with them to help them continue to grow. And their leader Lakendra is doing amazing things with them, and the 5-star team knocking out the ballpark, man. So those are teams that's up under the brokerage firm. That's not even speaking about agents like yourself that's killing it, that's able to change your life, be able to be in the industry as long as you have, man, and just doing whatever you want to. That's a shout out to what we look for as I speak at Champion School of Real Estate, the opportunity to change lives and change the dynamics and the wealth factor of families, man. And we do that on not only helping people buy and sell and invest in real estate, but literally touching agents that are going out and doing these things every day as well.
And that's so powerful. I thank you for sharing. And I want to give a huge shout out to Lakendra and Kalima because they're both Prime Real Estate Network alumni. So
that's right. Yeah.
For those who have an opportunity to like, subscribe, follow the show, you can go back into our archives. You can see those interviews with the 5-star team. You can see those interviews with Kalima McClure. And she talks about how she builds her organization, what she's looking for when she's going out to recruit the best and the brightest. So I just want you to know, man, Mr. Brooks not just here whistling Dixie. These are real people that we interact with, that we know on a personal basis, that sit down and help us build this platform. So big, huge shout out to them. And, I want to ask you, Larry, because of one of the foundational parts about this show is how we try to connect our audience to those people who you've worked with, that you've networked with, that you've interacted, that are business builders, leaders, and entrepreneurs. So can you share a little bit about your relationship with today's guest with our audience and how you were able to get this brilliant lady to sit in on the Prime Real Estate Network?
No doubt, man. Like I said, man, with episode 250, man, they need to share this thing. We needed to make sure we brought in one of the most major plugs in this real estate entrepreneur space. But I was blessed and lucky enough to meet her at a NAREB event. As we know, I find myself traveling to different conferences all the time, but heavy invested in NAREB because NAREB is an organization that really pushes and allows and backs us as Realtor or Realtists in order to be successful in what it is that we do. And so many years ago, there was one of the conferences was held in the California area, had an opportunity to just meet different leaders, and she was one of the people that was one of the leaders out that way, and just really had a great opportunity of just going out there being coached up by different people in different platforms. And you know how it is in this industry when you meet good people and you build out a strong understanding how they build out their business and their successes, you're able to reach out to them and bring them back around. So I was able to reach out to my friend, and she graciously said if she wasn't in the Bahamas, she would figure this date out for us. And she was able to figure this date out for us, man. So I'm just happy to have her here as a part of the platform, bro.
I'm so proud to have the opportunity to interview this lady because she's done such an outstanding job of leveraging her talent with her systems and processes. And some of the gems that she's going to share today are going to help propel members of our audience into their 2024, make them a real estate super agent, man. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce this week's guest. This lovely lady is not only a realtor, but she's also a success coach. She's an event host, and she is also a founder and producer of her own TV network. She has founded the Success Money TV network. I'd like to introduce to our Prime Real Estate Network audience, Miss Success, Godis Money. How are you?
I'm fabulous, guys. How are you?
We're
Thank you so
good.
much
We
for
are
sitting
good.
in. It's an honor and a pleasure. How are you today, man?
Pleasure. Thank you guys for having me. Grand Rising. You know, I'm over here on the West Coast. So we
No doubt. Appreciate you. We do appreciate you getting up 2 hours earlier to hang out with us. No doubt about it. We know that East Coast, y'all do y'all own thing over there. I mean, on the West, y'all do y'all own thing over there.
no doubt. I'm always up though. I'm an early riser, so I'm up for y'all.
Your energy is radiating through the stream. I want to thank you so much for getting up early on your side, but then also bringing that energy and also that radiating vibe that everyone in our audience, I'm sure, can enjoy checking you out today. First things first, for those of our audience that aren't in California and are being introduced to you for the first time, could you just talk a little bit about your real estate company, your television content and production credits, and all the great things about you, your brand, and what it is that you provide to the public?
Well, I want to thank you guys first for inviting me on the Prime Real Estate Network. I've known Larry for a while, so I really appreciate you guys reaching out. I'm Success Goddess Money for all of you that I'm just now meeting. You can find me at I Am Success Money on all platforms. So I've actually been in real estate for 20 years. Yes, I'm not going to date myself, but I've been here for 20 years, in business administration as well for 18. So going to school, learning to make real estate an actual business, I looked at it very different from starting out, just to go there. But also being in school, I help people start businesses. I started multiple businesses, from travel companies, all while I got my real estate license. I've always managed multiple businesses, feeling like, multiple streams of income is really important. And plus, I had a lot of talent and skills that I wanted to use. A lot of people say focus on one thing, but I was like, well, I really like this and it's natural and easy for me. So a lot of the things that I do, they definitely align. Like producing media came hand in hand after real estate because I noticed I was repeating myself to my clients. It's like, why am I saying the same thing over and over? Let me make a video.
Right.
And that's how it started. And now you have podcasts and influencers and all kind of things, but real estate is definitely something we want to influence more people to get into, to learn about. And these podcasts and media like this makes it easier for us to get the message and communication out to help others.
During your introduction, I talked about how you've done an outstanding job of leveraging your talent along with technology, systems, and some of your proprietary processes. How often when you're mentoring and helping other entrepreneurs towards their success goals, do you have to start from scratch and explain to them how important it is to leverage those processes and technology and not just do all the monotonous work that a lot of the new agents get caught up in, and they can't understand why they seem to be spinning their wheels and can't move forward?
Right. I mean, you got to look at people's conscious level and see where they are. I really commend all the coaches out there that really give back and work to help people. But part of being a coach, being a mentor, is really seeing where your people are and helping them get past where they are right now. You can give them the system and lay out, like, for me, speaking to people is easy. So a lot of people, like, you won't know about your business unless you open your mouth and talk about it. But I've gone to speakers. I'm the type of person where I'll research, and go look for the resource. Everybody don't like to go looking. This is a skill you got to develop. If there's something that you want to learn and you don't know, you need to find a successful person, a successful group. There's so many nonprofit organizations and things out there that can help you, because if you want to have any kind of business, you have to be comfortable speaking. You have to open your mouth so people can know, what you're talking about. And if you can do that very well, and you just have to get started and get better at it so that you can help others. So that's one major important part of your business. For your business, you got to be able to speak about it.
The great thing is that when you're mentoring and being a coach, like you have been for so many successful entrepreneurs, sometimes your personal evolutionary path can be kind of underreported and undervalued. So I ask this question every week of some of the most brilliant entrepreneurial minds that Larry and I have had the pleasure of interviewing. And I want to ask you the same question. For those in our audience that are meeting you for the first time, what did you do professionally before real estate? How long did you think about entrepreneurship and being a business owner before you decided to take the plunge? And if you can remember back that far, because I know, like you said, you've been in the industry a long time, but what do you think was that tipping point or that catalyst that motivated you from being on the sideline to jumping into the game with both feet?
Wow. So I guess I have to kind of give you my background, because I started entrepreneurial at like 14.
Okay.
Like my family, it was just some, this one had a business, that one was doing something. And so just growing up, all of those skills, like if I was at my aunt who had a daycare, I learned a lot of patience there, dealing with 3-year-olds. But I was in college for dance before I really started into real estate. I was in Nelly Hot in Here video. I don't know if you guys ever seen Hot in Here with Nelly. So my first real career launch and focus was dance. I just love dance, and started doing the music videos. I quickly realized that the models and dancers, I don't know, it just didn't really sit right with me, constantly auditioning. I wanted something more concrete, more sound. Like I would go ahead and produce and make my own, whatever it is I wanted. And like, why wouldn't I make the money that they're getting? So my mindset was different early on into I can create this, or I can do this. I've never really had a 9-to-5 mindset, if you know what I mean. So whenever I saw something, I was just like, let me go ahead and work at creating and making it my own, like from a very young age. I did work jobs, all through high school. I worked in restaurants. So I learned serving. I'm very hospitable, which I can tie all of these skills that I learned growing up into businesses that I've developed, and why I love doing them, and how, it comes naturally. Because, when you're serving someone, everybody don't get tipped at the restaurant, because it's like a flow of making sure, okay, you got your water, you're good. I can suggest some great things for you, just hearing what you like or what you want. And then I can leave you alone. Or, what I'm saying, make sure you got your napkins, your sauce. So it's like really being of service to another person, which everybody does not like doing, being of service.
I appreciate you being so candid and transparent about your entrepreneurial background and some of your professional exploits. And we're going to have a chance now. Everybody can open up another window, go check out that old Nelly Hot in Here video and check you out as a blast from the past. But that just brings me full circle to what you're doing now with Success Money TV. You mentioned how you've always had a passion to be not only in front of the camera, but also behind the camera.
Yes.
So could you share with our audience a little bit about Success Money TV? What are some of the goals for the programming you're developing? And how are you hoping to interact and grab the consciousness of the viewing public with that endeavor?
Well, thank you. Yes. So, Success Money TV, I've been working with The Power Is Now. It's a platform I want all you guys to go check out. The Power Is Now. So, you can download that app and watch our TV shows on Roku, Apple, Amazon, basically any network where real estate professionals can come and showcase their listings. They can basically produce their own show and be on our platform and network. But we've had, magazines and everything. So, producing for the company as well as building my own channel. He's like, we want all the real estate agents that are part of the network to have their own brand, have their own channel, so that they know you, especially since everybody's in different markets and different areas. So I launched Success Money TV, from needing my clients to have a place to come, watch some of our home buyer workshops, get information, education, like on demand. And now it's accessible worldwide. Before it was, oh, if I had your email, I could email it to you, or if you're on my website, you get to see it. But now we're working to really get this worldwide in international real estate, providing resources, knowledge. So that's what Success Money TV started with. I also produce concerts, a lot of fly
Oh,
events, brunches. So it's expanded to edutainment, where we're educating and entertaining people throughout the network. So I have other producers and other people in networks. So we come together because I have access to radio out there in Houston. Matter of fact, when I came out there, I had shared with Larry. So a lot of companies that I'm partnered with and I network with, that we have the ability to take this show and put it on the network and let everyone hear this great information, is what Success Money TV is all about, helping the other media come together and showcase and share edutainment.
No, I thank you so much, because no matter how often Larry and I have a chance to speak publicly, we always talk about how the financial literacy, the real estate investment space, our people are so underserved and undereducated that it
Yes.
cannot be enough educators out there. There aren't enough content creators out there. There's room for everyone who wants to educate, motivate, and inspire those to be more financially literate, to be more
Yes.
investment savvy. So I want to commend you on everything that you're doing, because Larry and myself understand some of the roadblocks that can be put in front of you when you're just trying to do something as positive
Hmm.
as educate and bring this type of message to the masses. So continue to do what you're doing, because it's outstanding work, and I want to congratulate you so much on everything that you've been doing and everything that you're going to be doing in the future. So this is just leads us to my next natural question, is that there are so many of members of our audience that are in Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, some even in California, Las Vegas. Are there going to be any opportunities in the near future for members of our audience to meet you in person? Is there going to be any meet and greets, any opportunities to interact with Miss Success Godis Money in person, actually feel this exuberant energy and ask you any questions that they may have when they get a chance to meet you?
Yes, definitely. I actually, since I produce events, you guys can always visit callsuccessmoney.com. Um, hashtag success VIP events to get on my guest list so you can actually come to some of these events and meet some of the stars and experience events. We have some events coming up for Super Bowl.
Mm.
Yes. So if you're planning on coming to Las Vegas for Super Bowl, you definitely want to hit me up and find out about Super Week, because we're going to have events going on the whole week. So we can meet in person there. We're going to be also producing a wealth brunch. So a lot of this information may have some guest speakers coming out to share their knowledge and the platform. But if you visit my website, Grand Rising with Success is one of my shows that I do here in LA, which you can join online or in person. And I have things all throughout the week, as well as promoting other people events that I will be at as well.
I want to invite everyone to tap into everything you have going. IG, follow the show, follow the network, download the app via your smart TV, and check out all the other things with Success Money TV. And I want to ask you this, because This is a question that you touched on a little bit earlier in the interview, but I want to make sure I ask it to you from this standpoint. I know you mentioned that there were so many members of your family that were entrepreneurs and business owners. But when you think back to being a young lady and when you first opened your eyes and started noticing how members of your family were moving and shaking, is there any one particular member of your family who, through their work ethic or the line of business that they're in, that touched you personally, that may have served as either an intentional mentor or served as a mentor without even knowing that you were following? When you think back, who could you give some of that credit to?
Well, I want to say I do have extended family. I've made my word that there's some people that you just make family because, it don't always have to be blood. But
Right.
I was just talking about this the other day, and I was saying my godparents, my godfather was a contractor. So I didn't even know about building homes. I was little. So I'm just seeing the hard hat and him with plans and building homes. So that's kind of moving to where I'm going with development now. You start out as an agent, selling and helping and connecting. And then it's like the next level. What do you want to do? I want to build communities. I want to develop, and not even knowing that was in the back of my subconscious. And my godmother was a legal secretary. So I actually had just started law school. Yes. I'm like, well, everything's so remote nowadays. You can do stuff online. So it's like furthering my knowledge to assist with real estate, as well as, I feel like you should always be learning the skill. I mean, we have continuing education for a reason.
You know, one of the things, as I research not only your brand, but some of the things that you have coming up in the near future, one of the things I was really excited about is going to be your super agent course, where you help realtors and realtists get the
Mhm.
tools needed to become a super agent in 2024. So without
Yes.
going into some foundational and fundamental things that every agent should have in their tool belt as they approach this new year to help take their business to that next level?
Yes. I mean, one of my clients actually token me as super agent, and I was like, okay, this actually would be pretty good because when you're doing a real estate transaction, it really takes teamwork. But if the lender's not responding, the HOA is not responding, you have certain things that need to get done. I actually had a financial background with lending, which my other godmother, I had some really great godparents. I'm thinking about it. She was a
Right.
broker. She was a broker, and at age 19, she had me doing loans in real estate, and I did not know that they were separate. This was way before the crash, like 2004 and 2005. And so just understanding what's necessary for the transaction on both sides, not just the buy, the sell, but also the finance. It's like before you can even get to the finance, understanding your credit and understanding your buying capabilities. So having that knowledge, that's not a normal agent.
Right.
If you get knowledgeable about the whole process so that you can help your client no matter where they are, I'm not getting paid for the loan, but I can still guide you and make sure your taxes have to get done. And I actually have been certified with all these things, but I don't consistently do them. I have agents that focus on them, but having the knowledge, I know what I need in order to get you financed so that I can even show you a home.
You know what makes the knowledge that you're sharing so invaluable? Because I think so many agents feel like continuing education is only when it's mandatory
Right.
every 2 years, and they don't necessarily consider that there are new things from legislative, from
Hmm.
a lawmaker standpoint that changes subtly some of the things as far as buying, selling, investing, and that we as real estate professionals are assumed to be always have these things at top of mind. So I hope everyone in the audience takes your advice. Continuing education is a thing. I'm currently taking some CE classes, and I'm learning some things that have changed in 2022 and 2023 that can really help me build and be more of a resource to my clients in the upcoming year. So I hope everyone in the audience takes that advice, man. So, that's something that I hope everyone does actively pursue, is to continue that education. And I want to ask you this question, and this will probably be one of our final questions, because I know how busy you are on a Thursday, especially in LA. When you move forward into the year, what type of goals do you set for yourself? Because I know people that partner with you, people that are mentored by you, can be so in awe of your knowledge, your energy, and just the aura that you give off. They may not consider that you go through things like setting up a vision board or setting your annual goals, all the things that sometimes may seem kind of rudimentary for people who feel like you have so much knowledge to give. So how do you go about setting your annual goals? What type of things do you do that most people wouldn't even consider that you still do with so many years of experience under your belt?
That's so funny, because literally 2 days ago, I just did a new vision board. I just did a fresh one. It's upstairs in the living room. I was like, now if you look back over your past, which I'm thinking of creating my first award show where you have to celebrate your successes. Like, there's so much that we do accomplish and we don't stop and be like, oh, I got that. I'm like, okay, I remember I had a vision board that said I wanted to do this, and I got that. I did that. Now I'm creating new visions of what my life is going to be like. I need a bigger vehicle now that I have my youth organization. So now I want a Sprinter. I wasn't thinking that before, but now I want it because I need to help the youth get from here to there, or property tours. So when I'm thinking about advancing my business, there's also things that I need to put into my business, like this network show. I got new lights, I got new cameras. It's budgeting that and saying, how much do I need to make in order to make this happen, to make my life look like this? So I'm with KW in Beverly Hills. We actually just had business planning session. The agents that want to come in to figure out what you want to make for next year. How many homes does that equate? Everybody's market's different. So just having that plan, even though sometimes we deter a little bit, like what's going on. But once you put it out there, it's so important to write it down, to say it, to see it, and constantly put that in your subconscious about what it is you want to achieve. So I meditate, I write down in my journal. It's some of the simple things. Yes, we have technology and I have stuff in notes, but it's just something different about you writing down your goals. Are you writing down your to do for today so that you focus in and hone in on all of those energies? And if I could suggest a book, The One Thing, with Gary Keller. So if you focus on one thing, now there's multiple pillars in our lives, but there's one thing you can do for each area. So for my mental, I get up, I got to walk, I got to have silence and just, be in nature. And your spirituality, I got to meditate, write down what you're grateful for. You just literally sitting here and spending some time and thinking gratitude about what you're grateful for. And then when it comes to finances, there's all kind of apps and stuff, which I do when I'm teaching money management, which is so key for anybody in finance. This app called Rocket Money, which will help you manage where are you spending your money, what bills are coming up. Because if you don't start minding where your money's going and making plans for your money, it'll just disappear and you didn't even plan it. So just those are a couple of the things that it's simple, but you have to be consistent in doing.
I appreciate you mentioning those things, because we're all so inundated with different marketing messages that we don't always know what tools would actually be beneficial. So I want to urge everyone to follow you, become a member of your tribe, so that they can get these kind of personal tidbits on a regular basis. So could you please, in closing, share all your contact information, your websites, your social media handles, because I want everyone in the Prime Real Estate Network audience to have the opportunity to connect, interact, and glean so much of this worthwhile, invaluable information from you over time.
Sure. And what I want to do for all of you guys followers, so if you guys DM me, follow me at I am Success Money or call successmoney.com. I'm going to go ahead and send you my book, Success Habits, so that you can start developing some habits to create more success in your life. So call successmoney.com. I am Success Money on all platforms.
And I want to definitely thank you for sitting in with Larry and myself. If you ever are in the Houston area, if you're organizing any events, please keep us at the top of mind. We would love to meet, greet, interact if you need us to speak on any topics. And then also, I'll make sure I personally stay tapped in with you, because everything that's going on in Las Vegas during Super Week, I love to be top of mind as far as that's concerned as well, because I've talked about it on the show, but I got my real estate start in the city of Las Vegas. So
Wow.
City of Las Vegas was where I was initially licensed. So I have very fond memories. I have a lot of great clients and business partners that still practice in the Las Vegas area. So please keep Larry and myself top of mind, because we would love to work with you, because you've been such a great guest. So anything that you would need from us and our staff at the Prime Real Estate Network, man, we're definitely at your disposal.
Thank you. Yeah, we got to plan a property tour out there. You know, I appreciate you guys for having me, and I'll see you soon.
Absolutely, Queen. Have a great Thursday, and we'll talk to you soon. Man, I want to give a huge shout out to the Texas Real Estate King, man. She was a great guest, man. Please tap in with her. I am Success Money on Instagram. Until next week, man, I want to urge everyone in our audience, man, if you need anything, we're here for you 24/7, 365. So please give myself, the Texas Real Estate King, a DM, message, text, email. You can reach me at Prime Real Estate Rick on Instagram. And everyone in the Prime Real Estate Network audience, until next Thursday, hope everyone out there is safe, and please be blessed.